I really feel like this summer and last spring have brought us to the point where we are. And we're prepared and ready to go. Everybody's eager around here to get going with the season. Brett's our #1 goalkeeper this year. He's gotten game experience each of the last 2 seasons, and he spent this summer playing quite a bit in the local Boston league. So I think he's seasoned and ready, and he's definitely paid his dues. So I think he's going to be ready to seize the opportunity, and I think he'll do really well for us in the back. We're returning All Ivy League selection Ross Friedman into his junior year, and the nice thing about Ross is each year as a player he gets better. Ross is a player with ambition both at the college and professional level, so I think he'll be a big difference maker. We also return Richard Smith as a senior co-captain. Rich is the leader of the back line, both vocally and I guess positionally, in terms of being in the center of the field. Scotty's a lead by example kind of guy. He's obviously second-year captain, so he's gained experience. He's by far our most consistent contributor on the field. So I think we give him some leadership assistance within the team, but Scotty brings it every single game. So expect nothing less than another standout year for Scott. Adding depth in the midfield, Kyle Henderson returns for his first season off of injury. Kyle's probably rated as our most technical player on the team. So with a few games under his belt, he could do very well. We also have returning sophomore Tim Schmoll. Played significant minutes for us last year in the position, and kind of assumed the starting position for now as one of the 3 midfielders. So those are kind of the triangle of the 3 that we think will help. I think with that group, we feel like we have some answers in the midfield right now. In terms of the quality of the players up front, we're happy with the group. We return Ivy League Freshman of the Year, Brian Rogers, who's obviously a very talented player, but there's others that are going to not only compete with Brian, but really push for the top forward position. Hiroki Kobayashi plays center forward for us and scored a very important goal in the spring for us. Michael Inachinzi returns for us as a winger from New York Red Bulls Youth Academy. Fantastic attacking player. Connor McCarthy, left-sided attacking player, fastest player on our team. Zach Wolfenson, I think, probably left campus in the spring in best form of all of our players. So we've obviously got some depth there, and then we had Nick Davey, who's the Idaho Gatorade Player of the Year. And so you start saying you have some answers to score some goals there. We enjoy all the games out of league, but our focus is to win the Ivy League. But when we look at our schedule, obviously the non-conference games come before Ivy League games. And yeah, we play some of the best teams in the country. So we view that as preparation. The Ivy League this year is really interesting in that I thought there'd been some favorites over the last 2 years in terms of teams that were really had the top performers in the league, and you could see it coming down the road that those would be the teams to beat. This year I think there's a lot more parity. We feel we have the quality within our team to produce some of the top players in the league, and in turn that should produce results and compete for an Ivy League championship.